Intelligence doesn't make life easier. It makes loneliness louder. People think smart means successful, that sharp minds equal happy lives. But high intelligence comes with a specific kind of suffering that no one talks about. The kind that keeps you awake at 3 a.m., replaying conversations others forgot 5 minutes after they happened. The kind that makes you feel isolated in a room full of people. This isn't about bragging rights. This is about the psychological cost of seeing what others don't. But here's where most people get it wrong. They think intelligence is a superpower. It's actually a filter you can't turn off. Struggle 1. Overthinking isn't a choice. It's your default setting. Your brain doesn't rest. It analyzes. Every conversation becomes a puzzle. Every compliment gets dissected for hidden meaning. Someone says, "I'm fine," and you hear 17 different things they're not saying. You're not paranoid. You're just cursed with pattern recognition. And the patterns never stop. You see cause and effect everywhere, which means you also see every possible way things could go wrong. Most people live in the present. You live in 12 different futures simultaneously, and none of them let you sleep. Struggle 2. You're bored by what excites everyone else. Small talk feels like slow death. Not because you think you're better, but because your brain craves depth and gets fed surface-level nothing. You're surrounded by conversations about weather and weekend plans while your mind is wrestling with existential questions no one asked for. The gap between what interests you and what interests them keeps growing, and you can't fake enthusiasm anymore. You've tried. They can tell. And here's the dangerous part. Struggle 3. Intelligence creates isolation, not connection. You'd think being smart would help you relate to people better. It does the opposite. The more you understand about human behavior, the harder it becomes to just be human with them. You see their defense mechanisms, their cognitive biases, the scripts they're running without knowing it, and you can't unsee it. So you're stuck in this weird space where you understand people deeply but can't connect with them simply. You know too much, and that knowledge is a wall. Here's what psychologists call the curse of expertise. The more you know, the harder it becomes to communicate with people who don't. Your references go over heads. Your explanations are too detailed. You forget what it's like to not see the layers you see. So you dumb yourself down. You edit your thoughts in real time. You learn to hide parts of yourself just to fit into conversations that bore you anyway. Struggle 4. Your standards ruin everything. You can't enjoy things the way you used to. Movies feel predictable. Books feel shallow. Conversations feel repetitive. Because your brain has been trained to spot patterns, plot holes, logical fallacies, lazy thinking. You don't want to be critical, but excellence has become your baseline, and most of the world doesn't meet it. So you're constantly disappointed by things that bring other people joy. You're not a snob, you're just aware, and awareness kills innocence. Struggle 5. No one prepared you for the loneliness. This is the part that breaks people. You can have friends, a partner, a family, and still feel completely alone, because the way you process the world is different. The questions that keep you up at night aren't questions other people ask. The problems you see aren't problems other people notice. And when you try to share what you're thinking, you watch their eyes glaze over, or worse, they smile and nod while clearly not understanding. So you stop sharing. You keep it inside. And the loneliness becomes your closest companion. If this feels personal, it's because you've been living it in silence. Intelligence didn't make you better than anyone. It made you different. And different is exhausting when the world rewards fitting in. Here's the shift. Stop trying to connect with everyone. Your mind isn't built for shallow and wide. It's built for deep and narrow. Find the few people who can match your depth, not your intelligence. Your depth. The ones who ask the questions you ask, who see the layers you see, who don't need you to shrink. And give yourself permission to be bored sometimes. To exist in spaces that don't stimulate you without feeling guilty about it. Your brain will always want more. That doesn't mean you failed. It means you're wired differently. The loneliest people aren't the ones with no one around them. They're the ones surrounded by people who will never truly understand them. You already know which one you are.